Okay. So we have seen how to tackle this return type when they are giving on the nested types. Okay. So this one is already generic. Then again one more generic type is inside. In that case, you have to create the object collection for the innermost type, and after that you need to add into the topmost collection. Okay, so probably dictionary and other things will come. Next important thing, one important clue I would like to say, maybe you can read the question well and you can understand. If they explicitly they say that, so call some method in the main method, then you can write a code or you can do that. So most of the questions now I have seen the main method is empty and they ask to fill the other methods. Okay, so somehow the test framework is managing that and they're giving test results. Okay, so in that case, so please be careful. So if they ask it, then you write it in a main method. I have written everything in a main method to explain you. So how to perform the coding in the select platform, right? Okay, so this is one thing. Now, the important topic I would like to discuss about is this tuple, right? So this tuple is a type. So it is really, it is little different from the other methods. So many people are, getting stuck here. So I'm writing a function here, public, static, void, example. Okay. So how to use this tuple method? See here, tuple, you can able to refer more than one object in this generic collection. Okay, so I'm going to create a tuple and how to retrieve the tuple also I will tell you. So please listen. See here, first one I want to say it's a string. Yes, it is done. First my data type which I am supporting, it is for string. Next one I am saying int. Again I am saying int. Again I want to say boolean. A number of types. So not a number, so that would be a limit. So many types that you can able to do. For your test preparation, so probably maximum 3 they will ask. Because in the database record, how you are storing multiple fields. Now, the same way you can able to store multiple types here, multiple data you can store it here. So what you can do is you can close this. So this is your signature, right? So now I can say tuple equal to new tuple. It won't come. It won't come. It will throw an error even if you are working in .NET also. So how do you create it? Okay, so what you need to do is, so you have one tuple class, okay, dot, there is a static method create, okay, you can able to fill the value there. So first one is a string type, second value is integer, third value also integer, right, fourth one is true, false, yeah, so you can able to give. That's it now. Right? So we done this. This is what the tuple values. This is how you have to assign the value to tuple. Okay. So how do I print this value? Yeah. So you can take the instant name here. CW. Okay. Tuple dot item 1. So first item will get print. Here you are not giving your any of the name here. So by default it will item 1 means it will take from the first value. Make sense? Yes. Yeah. So second value, how do you do that? 2. You can't take the first value, second value, third value, fourth value. Okay. So please be careful about this. When you're storing a record and pasting the value. Right? So great. Okay, this is for one. So in case I'm going to write a method here. Okay. So this is going to be return tuple type. So this is very common. in our questions, generic questions when they ask, it is very, very common. So you can see that here. Public. Okay. I'm giving static because I might call in a main method. So that's why. So what I'll do is tuple. Okay. So I'll say string, comma, integer. Yeah, comma, again another int. Okay. Then I'm using bool variable. All done now. So I'll say that get card type. Okay, record string of value, we want to get it here. I have written this function. Okay, so how do I return the value? Can you give any clue? So how do I return the value for this? Yeah, so the same thing. Yeah, just return. Yeah, here you can use variables if you want to get an out from outside, and if you want to align this, you can do that. That's not the problem. This one, right? So you can go for this approach as well and this approach as well. Right? So both the way it will take care about your value. Right? Is that clear to you all? Yes. Right? So we can go ahead with this. So if you want to return, you have to return in the same way. Correct? Yeah. Clear, right? So these are all the steps when so based on your the way you are writing examination in the question. So I have identified these things. Okay. So coming back to the mechanism how to find the exceptions. Okay, that's very important here. Please be careful when you are writing an exam. There is an exception, yes, parameter is missing. That exception, it is not going to give any clue. What situation it is coming, I'm not sure about it. But when you are typing the return type is wrong or something, so that time it is coming, or the value is not matching, not sure about that. But that kind of error comes. So what you will do? See, for example, I'm going for a write a simple method here. Just average. Okay. So here, I'm going to return a value here. Integer I'm writing. So now int n equal to. Okay. So now I'm doing some calculation. So for example, I'm writing a method like this. I'll declare one more variable here. Yeah. I'll say int result equal to 0. Result equal to okay, this is what I have written. When this program will throw error, any idea? When this line of code will throw error? When this line of code will throw error? So in case n equal to, I put integer dot max value. Yeah, we have seen these things in our sessions. So if I give like this, obviously it will throw it. Okay, so now I will call this average method in my function. Let me see that. So I'll go to my main method and I will write the code here, average. Okay, so then I'll see that. I'll put a breakpoint here to understand. So I'll call this method. I see this code here. Okay, I'm pressing F11, so it's going inside. Okay, I'm going to average method here. I'll say F11. See here, I'm just going to calculate the value here. The max value I assign, okay, it is 100 here. When I calculate this, result came in, right? So if you see that, so max value into n, so it has become 100. Okay, so I have not, I have not added this value here. So you see that the value is coming in minus. It is not the correct answer, right? Yes, it is not throwing the error. So this kind of things comes, what is the solution? What is the solution for this? Yes, we have seen couple of times, guys. So I'm just executing this code again. See, please check that. So it is throwing an error. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So this is one of the clue that you should not get a wrong value. Okay? In the framework also it happened in the same way. But here my idea is I want to explain how this try catch. Okay? You keep the try catch and how to get the value. That's what my objective is. So that's what I have made this error. Let's proceed further. So now what I will do is
We should not use all these things. If they have mentioned only, we have to use. Otherwise,
yes. No, this you can able to use when you want to get the right value. So just I will show you. You see that. Then after that, finally your doubt will be get clear. Right now. So if I say that, so I'm taking this checked inside and I'm passing this value here. Okay. The calculation is coming up. It is throwing an error here. So what I'll do is I'll keep the exception here. Okay. So here what I'm going to do is I'm not going to throw the exception. If I throw the exception, it will capture the exception. The different type of exception will come that you have not experienced in your .NET program. So to avoid that, what you can do is please use this statement. Okay. So right line here, you say that exception.exe. Okay. So one good thing I will tell you here, you can say method average. Okay. So plus exception. So now if the exception comes, what it will do? When you are running the code, when you test run, when you do, so it will exactly say that. So what is the exception you are getting? These exceptions are .NET exceptions. So easily you can able to understand so where the exception is and you can able to find the result very easily. Yeah. Is it clear to everyone? Right? So this is the one you need to use it. And the other thing, guys, see that here. So now I'm not sure whether the error is coming after which line. Maybe I'm suspecting the error might come in these two lines, right? So in that case, what you can do is you can able to cw dot, okay, result crossed. Now this is not a very good practice, but if you get confusion or something, this will give clue. So that this line, this program is working, right? So you can able to put your own benchmark R1, R2, R3 like this. Yeah. So now I will come to know, okay, it's crossed this line. So it started executing. Yeah. So get assign max value. Like that you can able to write a statement here. Okay, you do that, so you will understand after max value only it is error is throwing. If you see that console it is printed means what? The earlier code it is no exception at all. Make sense, guys? Yeah, is that clear? So these are all the possible ways that you can able to find the exception and you can able to run the code. Okay, yeah. So and one more thing, these are all in the real development time. So this is not the best practices. Okay, but still I want to tell you because if you want to cross M1, yesterday I see the number less than 0 and the same number should be greater than 45. So please use our condition. Still if you have a confusion now, put two if statement. Put two if statement. Less than 0 then whatever the requirement you do that. If it is greater than 55 do that. So any one it will fall, right? You do that because people are confused with whether you use and or not. See, don't waste time there. So quick logic, use that and you can able to iterate the program, run the program and get the result quickly. Otherwise what will happen? You will spend a lot of time. One question you see there, damn tough, you could not able to do that. Go to the next question. You can come back to the previous question, you can able to attend it. Choose the easiest ones first. Yeah. Choose the easiest ones first and finish the tough. After that, go for the tougher one. This is my suggestion. So I am telling you. Okay. So that way, what it will do, so you can able to get the eligibility of that 60%. That is possible. Then after that, you can able to easily go through that. Okay. Is that clear to everyone? Right. And also, please practice linked list as well. Okay, so linked list, you all aware, right? So what is linked list is? What is linked list?
It is collection of nodes. And each node is having two parts, like one is address node of the next node, address of the next node, and one is for data.
Yes. Okay, so this is how the linked list looks like. Okay, just I am writing an example here. Linked list of string here, list I make it up. Yeah. See, for example, you are collecting students' names means names, student names, like that you can give the full name. Okay, student names, that would be fine. Okay, so that will be give clear indication that what you have done, right? And after that, so how do you add the values in the data structure collection? That is very important. What you will do? Add list, add first, add last, yeah, and add after, add before. This all the functions are there. So please understand this functionality. These are all very easy things that you can able to do. 10 minutes if you practice also you can able to attend the questions and answers. Yeah, clear? Okay, so this is one thing. And also I want to say one thing. Many places the people are get confused whether I am using for or for each. For loop or for each. When you will use for each? When you are using more than one value, if you are storing it in a array or collection or generic, whatever it is. There, your focus should be very good on giving names. I have a collection of students means you will declare the name as students. See this example here. So if you have a student names here, if you want to loop through this all this value, so you can type for each, right? You see here, this is how you should be. Student names, here names. Name is there, right? So plural, singular. So by seeing only you can able to easily understand the value. Okay. Is that clear to everyone? Right? And importantly, see the delegate signature. What is the special type with the delegate? Delegate you can declare it anywhere. So even the people are coming and asking the question like this. Sir, delegate they put outside of the class. Whether I need to define the class outside or not. But under the namespace, if you do anything, it is fine. But even in the test platform, the namespace is not there. It will be go in one namespace only. You don't need to bother about it at all. So there is no referring the other project. These kind of questions will not come. But in the online framework, how do you will refer another assembly and all? Right? So that way keep in mind. So this delegate you can able to place it anywhere. That is the special syntax. Okay, int of adding two numbers, or I will say print values. Okay, with the special syntax here, string. Okay, string here. You can use that. Oh, sorry, it is inside the function. I'm really sorry, guys. So outside of the class, you can give, and also you can give outside of the class as well, outside of the function. Even you can able to give top of this one as well. Even above the namespace also you can able to provide. Okay, but when you are doing the test framework, so kindly use outside of the class. That would be better. Okay, this is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, the another important thing, I want to ask you questions. When you're defining a name, defining a properties, okay, are you creating a variable, function name or something? Please follow this. For example, I'm writing a function. So first one is I'm deciding whether a private method or public method, right? Integer. After that, there is a space, right? Always imagine the compiler have a tree structure. You might study it in your college types. So what it will do, it will collect this word, and after that it expects one space. If it is not there, the interpreter will immediately throw an error. Boss, see that error. But in the test framework you can't do that. So in that case you have to remember so what the things you are doing it, right? So here don't feel I need to remember all the namespace and all. Yes, you need to do, but that is so easy. Why? Exception handling, there is no need of referring the namespace. Delegate, there is no process of doing that. Even when you are using oops concept, you no need of specify any namespace. Only when you need to do, when you are using collections, when you are using generics, by the time you need to refer. Might be some other cases will be there, so it is easy to remember the namespace and you can able to keep that inside.
Using system dot star.
No, you can give.
Star. No. It won't work in system.
No, it won't work. There is no race between Java and .NET here. Okay, so that facility is not here. In that case, lakhs and lakhs of namespaces will go inside. That's all. Yeah. So that is not possible. So you have to give a specific namespaces. Is that clear? Okay. And see here. So I'm coming back to this function. I'm giving a function name. First letter should be capital. Okay. So get date type. Next meaningful letter will be on the capital letter. See, get date time string. If I say country. Okay. See, don't leave give a space here. Don't just give like this. See, your own eyes know. You will keep on jump. Oh, this is not correct. This is correct. Then you will not find this at all. So I have seen many people yesterday. Okay. So this is just not giving a space. After that struggling a lot to get back to the programming. That should not happen. Every function you have a return type means you should have a return that value here. Okay. See, I want to tell you here. If country equal to null, return 0. Okay. This program literally throwing an error. Why? On the conditional basis, if you give any return value, this function will not pass. Function will never pass. So what exactly you need to do? Either you can go for else case, okay, and say return 1, return date time of new something if you want to give. That's something you do here. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Wait, I will declare 2 here, 1 here. Okay. So get I change the method. Please India. Okay. Okay, no, please. I'm writing a sample method. Don't mind, this is matching one's logic. Is null. If it is null, it will come as 1. So otherwise, I will change it to 0. Okay. Yeah. So if I do that, so what will happen? So when it is null, it is coming 0. So make sure when you are using if statement, after that if, inside the if you give return or something when you're doing it. So after that, so the other possibilities comes also, you need to return that. So this is very mandatory. Okay. Is that clear to everyone? Right? So the for loop if statement. So we cover switch case syntax, you need to remember. Delegate syntax you should be remember verified. So because delegate syntax, no, it is a little different from the other things. So it will be very difficult for you to to remember. But write it 3-4 times so that will be easy. Right? So the oops concept, you all know what is oops concept, right? Yeah. So one important thing is there. So that also I will cover here. So the basically people will use interfacing, right? Yeah. I just give you some best practices here. So please follow that. So I'm just declaring an interface here. So I will say imaths. Okay, imaths the method I'm creating. So it is an interface. Just it is get called out. So I'm just declaring this as a public. Many people asked what is the access modifier for this method, right? That's straightforward. Whatever the method you are declaring, that is completely on public only. But you no need to explicitly say that is public. Okay, so if you want to say integer add, okay, yeah, that's it. So there is no access modifier here. Okay, now I'm writing in the same class for your understanding. So if I say that public class, okay, so public class, maths is there, then colon, if I keep imaths here, okay. If I'm not using Visual Studio, I need to write it manually. Yes or no? People, what they will do is they will type here, they will add one more character here, then program will not work. Best thing what you do, no? Just go to the interface, copy this whole thing. Okay. You put your access modifier. Just print that. So this will not, the manually when you are typing whatever the mistakes you are doing, those mistakes will not happen. Okay. Important thing. Whenever you write a method, see, I'm going to declare integer means, just type return here. Return whatever the method you want to pass. Okay, I will say result. Just do result here. Okay. See, what I'm saying is you should not forget. So what you have to be written. So see, if in my programming, what I will do is I will always put to do here. I will written some value. I always search for to do, so I will not miss it. When I see that I fixed it, I will remove this. It's a good technique that you can able to pass through. And also, when I say that when an integer I'm returning a value, see, first of all, if I want to get an output or something, so just to put some command line here. Okay. Check the value is greater than 0. So suppose it is there. You write it 2 line. Okay, just copy paste. Check x value. Paste it here. It's a y value like that. So then do it here so that you will not miss the step. Correct now. And also when you are using, very important thing this is, you need to 100% put effort here. If statement, if I type here, open the bracket, people will type here and forgot to close that bracket. Yeah, these are all code parsing error will throw like anything. Okay, so many people does that. So don't do that. So open the bracket, close it. After that, move the cursor inside your work. Right. And also when you are writing multiple functions like this, so please count some the left side brackets, how many, right side bracket is how many, then that will give 100% fulfill. Okay. So exactly you have to close number of parameters open, number of parameters, that closing parameters, parentheses should be there. So otherwise it will be a problem. Right. Is that clear? Yeah. This is one thing importantly that you need to follow. Okay. And you see here, the last question about this. What is this? Reference. Right? So reference parameter means what you need to do?
It should be declared first.
It should be declared
Before using it.
Then only you can able to call. So that means you have to initialize the value for that variable, then only you can able to call that. Otherwise not. Right. So now you see the difference here. I introduce ref here. My interface is not accepting. On your eyes, yes, I have add method. I have defined add method. Define add method is throwing an error. Why? Like that only question will come. Right. But in case of the signature changes, then that will be a problem. Ref keyword, out keyword, these are all part of signature. So if you change that the approaches, then these errors will be get through. Please make sure, so whatever you are doing here, copy paste and after that work. Interface if they give, copy paste. So in case if you introduce here, that need to be matched here. Otherwise it will throw the error frequently. Okay, then these are all, it is very tough to catch by your eyes. It is a bit difficult to capture the issues. Yeah, so these areas you should be put a star mark and be careful on these things. Make sense, guys? Is that clear to everyone? Yes. Right. So any other questions you have? Already it's given. Is that clear? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.